I'm Matthew Forbes, and today we're talking about the death of the SDR. We're all going to die. What's the number one thing SDRs need to know? Let's get into it. We're all going to die. There goes the SDR function. There goes the AEs. Ah! Everybody settle down. All right. Let me tell you first, before I tell you what you need to do for sure, let me tell you one thing I know is not going to die. A good sales rep knows what he's doing, who knows his product, who knows his ideal client profile, who gets somebody on the phone and has a conversation, that ain't ever going to die. Never. So there's going to be other things that transition fine. But at the end of the day, that's not going to die for sure. So what you ought to be doing is trying to figure out how can you be that rep? How can you find that ideal client profile? How can you have those conversations? That's just never going to go away. So what do you need to do? What's the point of this video? It's right here. When you come to work, you got to have your mind right, man. Right? That's it. You got to find a way to have a good, positive attitude and go do your job. Now, secretly, I have hated LinkedIn for over a decade. It's just echo chambers of people who feel the same way and like, oh, I'm trying to add value. There are lots of people who are trying to help. I'm one of them. You don't hear me talking about my company. You don't hear me trying to sell you something. That's not how I roll. You don't see me bad-mouthing people and writing crappy, no. That's not what it's for, right? But so many people, it's just self-serving. Their posts are just ridiculous, and now they're all sort of getting together. The reason I bring that up is really simple. Post after post this week, it's the death of calling. Cold calling is dead. I've heard that for 12 years. I've worked here for 12 years. Enough. The SDR function is going to die. Oh, a bunch of leaders got together, and it wasn't working as well anymore, so we're going to get rid of that. Really, how are you replacing that? I don't think it's going to go die. But whether it does or not, what's important is your mind is right, because what do most reps do for a lot of their day? They sit on LinkedIn and they read this crap. Go into the profile of the people who are saying this. What are they doing? What do they sell? Right? Is it self-serving? Are they trying to help? What's the deal? I can't tell you how many I saw yesterday when I looked into the profile, I looked at what the company did. They're trying to take over SDRs. So yeah, of course they're going to say that. It is what it is, So just relax about it and get your mind right. So here's the question, how do you go do that, right? Whether that's you do some mindfulness work or whatever, right? You got to come to work and be ready to go. I can tell you what I do. As corny as I thought it sounded for a long time, I watch a 16-minute video from Tony Robbins on priming. If you've never seen it, it's really, really good. It's quirky. It's definitely not how I thought I would spend my days, but when I do it, I'm ready to go. I just did it. I just did it with my 14-year-old daughter. She did it for the first time. She's like, this is a little weird. I'm like, yeah, it is a little weird, but here's the thing, it works. It settles you down and you're ready to tackle your day. I've been putting off this video for a couple of days because I don't know how to come across and say everyone is just doing it for self-serving reasons. It's ridiculous. And at the end of the day, I just got to go tell you what I think. And that's what I think. I think you shouldn't pay attention. I think you should do your job. That's what I think. I think you got to come to work and be ready to go. I have been a fan of cold calling for my whole life. Right? It's always worked for me. There's no way it's not going to work in the future. Now, maybe calling one at a time, maybe that doesn't work, maybe this, that, and the other thing. Maybe you end up buying some piece of crap dialer tech that doesn't work. I don't know. What I know is that when I get on the phone with the right people, good things happen. Not all the time. Sure, I get told to F off like everybody else, but you do it enough and good things are going to go happen. So to all my SDR friends out there, don't pay attention to LinkedIn. Just don't go do it. Choose very, very, very carefully who you pay attention to, because it matters. What you put in your head matters. What you watch matters. What you listen to matters. So if you want to be smart, go find the right stuff to go listen to and then go listen to that. At the end of the day, the rent is due. So you got to stop with the nonsense on LinkedIn, let them go talk and say whatever they want to go say, and do what I do. Make a call. I hope it's helpful.